Welcome to the 14.1 recorded webinar release. The agenda for today consists of going over the BearBuy and BFS outage schedule, looking at what's new with 14.1, reviewing the system and browser recommendations, going over resources and support, and lastly, where to go in case you have any questions related to the 14.1 release. So let's get started. So as a reminder, BearBuy and BFS will be unavailable starting March 27th at 9 p.m. all the way through April 1st. BearBuy and BFS will be up and running at 7 a.m. on April 2nd. So during the outage, BearBuy will be unavailable. In the event of a true purchasing emergency, please contact your campus buyer for assistance. If you do not know who your campus buyer is, please contact Paul Mulligan. His email address is listed in front of you. SciQuest is consistently adding new features and functionality in order to provide better services to our users. So now let's review what's new with 14.1. One of the features with the 14.1 release is the Assign Cart box. So the look and feel of the Assign box will change. There will be no functionality change, and this only affects those who use the Assign function. Currently, when a shopper hits the Assign button, the system brings up this box. With the 14.1 release, the box will look like this. You'll still have the same functionality as you did before. You'll be able to select a cart authorizer if you have any saved to your profile. You'll be able to search for any assignees and still have the capability of adding notes. Another new feature with the 14.1 release is a new supplier profile interface. So you can still access the supplier search and supplier profiles via the supplier management tab. As a reminder, there are a set number of roles with supplier management access. Those are the requisition creator, the change order preparer, the buyer, the AP voucher entry, and AP withholding reviewer. So again, the look and feel of the supplier profile is changing. Currently, this is how the supplier profile looks like. Navigating through the supplier's profile is done via tabs and subtabs. With the 14.1 feature, a supplier's profile will change. You will no longer navigate through the profile via tabs and subtabs. Instead, you'll be able to navigate through the supplier's profile via the menu on the left-hand side. So again, no functionality is changing. You'll no longer navigate the supplier profile via tabs at the top. And this only affects those who currently use the supplier search function. In addition, the menus on the left-hand side are collapsible. So if you don't want to see the full details of the supplier profile, simply navigate to one of the menu headers and click on them to collapse them. So something else that's changing is the voucher approval process. So effective April 2nd, strengthened controls will be added to the BearBuy voucher approval process. The highlights include voucher approvers will no longer be able to place a voucher in reject status. In other words, the reject option in the available actions drop-down menu will be removed. If you find a voucher that should not be paid or needs to be reworked by the disbursements, simply add a comment to the voucher explaining why the voucher should not be paid or what information needs to be revised. Select Forward from the Available Actions drop-down menu at the top of the screen, and select the Central Accounts Payable staff member who will be the first person listed in the approval workflow. So to navigate to this visual workflow, simply click on the Approvals tab when in the voucher. That concludes all the 14.1 related features. Now let's review the system and browser recommendations. As a reminder, Internet Explorer 7 is no longer recommended. Firefox 3.6 and Internet Explorer 6 are also not recommended. Email approvals are designed to work with embedded browsers for Android, BlackBerry, and iPhone, iPad mobile devices. Readability of emails vary based on email client and formatting selected. Please note that not all Supplier punch-out sites will support the use of iPads and the Safari browser. So if you're experiencing any issues with a Supplier punch-out when using an iPad or the Safari browser, try and use a different browser. If you still experience any difficulties, contact the BearBuy Help Desk. So here are all the platforms and the recommended browsers for each. This information could also be found on our BearBuy webpage in the procurement website. The URL is listed here. So now let's go over resources and support. So we've updated some training resources to accommodate the 14.1 release. We've updated the Universal Shopper Guide, as well as the Site Administration Demo, which we've renamed to Supplier Management Demo. All the training resources are available in the Procurement BearBuy webpage, and the URL is listed here. We also have additional online resources for BearBuy. The BearBuy website is the source for the most up-to-date news, announcements, and training resources. We also have the BearBuy YouTube channel, which hosts a series of BearBuy functional demos. The BearBuy Help Desk is the #1 place to stop for help. They'll be able to answer any questions about BearBuy, recommend best practices, provide technical assistance, answer any policy-related questions, and much more. Their contact information is listed here. Their phone number, hours of availability, and their email address. If you have any questions related to anything we've covered within this presentation, please contact the BearBuy Help Desk. Thanks for watching.